everybody. Leslie, yes, I have been spinning this entire time. Welcome to day 8 of our Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge, Camp Photoshop as we have lovingly dubbed it this time around. Yes, D, we do have a very large green screen. Actually, it's not a screen, it's just the whole wall is painted green, and it's very big. It's a little scary. Good to see you all. If you're new to chat, make sure you say hello. I'd love to give you a shout out. Spinning, yes. What's up, Sam? If you're new to the Daily Creative Challenge, I'm Kathleen. I'm going to be your host. I'm also a designer here at Adobe, and I frequently host Adobe Live, so you've probably seen me before. I want to welcome you all to my new coffee drink. I usually have my latte, but Paul Traney got me a nice coffee this morning, so shout out, Paul. Thanks very much. How art thou? How art thou, Adi? How art thou? Good to see you. What's up, Sean? Ariana, hello. We will jump into the Daily Creative Challenge super quick, but I do want to go over the schedule for the day. Very quickly before we jump in today on Adobe Live, we have the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge with me. Just a short little stream, a good way to start the day. Then after me, Sean is going to come on with Paul to do some more photo compositing. If you watched yesterday, it was super cool. I'm going to do some light compositing today, but he's going to really show you what's up. Then after that, it's going to be Andrea with her XD Daily Creative Challenge for screen design, web design, user experience design in general. Make sure you come back for that. And then at 12, we're going to be designing for any screen with Stan Rapp back with Paul. So it's going to be a great day. And I'll go over the schedule again at the end. But back to the Daily Creative Challenge. So this is almost the end of the challenge. It's kind of hard to believe. This specific challenge ran from the 17th until tomorrow, the 28th. And over these 2 weeks, we have learned so many Photoshop skills. Every day we get a new challenge that goes over kind of a different segment or a different outcome in Photoshop, creating something new every day. So like I said, every day you receive a new challenge. You can always come to this site to see the challenges. And there's a new feature actually at the bottom of this landing page. You can now see the past challenges. So this challenge right before this, from June 3rd to the 14th. I believe that was with Val. What's up, Val, if you're here? You can watch the videos and work through that challenge if you just want to jump into something else next. So today we're going to be designing a playing card, and we're going to be using the techniques that we used yesterday, so the compositing techniques, the select and mask techniques, but then we're also going to play with layers and transform tools. So we're going to be making a digital collage, and I'll show you in a moment what I mean. If you want to join us for the community chat, you're already kind of doing that, which is cool. You're chatting with us on Behance, but you can also come on Discord. And that's kind of a 24/7 chat server where you can post your work to get feedback. You can just chat, ask questions, give tips and tricks in Photoshop if you're so interested. We have this daily live stream every day to go over the daily challenge and just give you an example of what you could do and maybe inspire you. And then finally, you're going to share your work on Discord and then finally on Behance to make your portfolio nice and shiny and new. So this is Discord. If you want to join us, you can go to bit.ly/psdiscord, capital P, capital S. There you go. Oh, Ariana, you're glad that they added the past challenges. Isn't that cool? What a surprise. A surprise drop. I love it. Kita says Paul's been busy. Yeah, Paul's a busy guy. So if you come over to Discord, you can post your work in design feedback, and you can ask for specific critique or if you need help with a specific thing. DC Gal says I toned down the white droplets as suggested. I think it works. So this is a great example of posting work, getting feedback, and then making changes and posting your second version. Very cool. It's super easy to join Discord, and over here on the right you can even see who's online right now. So we've got some mentors. What's up, Sam Peterson, as always. Tim's here, Chad, Rufus, playing Creative Cloud, very cool. And then you can also see all of your other friends that are online. This is a pretty big Discord channel. It's kind of amazing. I do want to give a shout out to the Pro Tips channel. Tim has been making these awesome short tutorials for kind of obscure workflows. So maybe tools that you've never used before, like the art history brush. I'd never used this before. I'm gonna admit it. And I watched this video and I was like, oh, that's what it's for. Oh my gosh, my mom's here. What's up, Mom? Everyone give Ann Kirker a shout out. Be nice to her. She deserves all your love. All right, Mom, do you have Photoshop open? We're gonna jump into it real quick. All right, let's do this. So today's challenge is designing a playing card, and this is what I mean by we're going to be using the tools from yesterday, where we're going to be building a composite. So there's multiple images used here. This person was not holding a wrench. I added that wrench. We're going to be adding different aspects, and then we're going to be using transform tools to duplicate it, rotate it, and then finish up our card. So can anyone guess my idea behind this card? This is the Jack. What do you think? I'll give you a moment. Adobe Live guessed it yesterday. I was very impressed. This is our Jack of all trades. But Jack is spelled J-A-Q, like Jacqueline or Jackie. All right, so let's jump on in. I have the template file here. Let me just delete these. So we're going to be starting fresh. And you should all have access to this. This was in the starter files. Jack of all trains, that's pretty good. Nice, Richard. That could be it. Let's just start here. This is the starter file we provided, and this is just a template. It should be the right size-ish, right ratio for a typical kind of bicycle playing card. And it's set up with some smart layers. So down here at the bottom, we can change the background color. If we just select it, come up to properties, choose a different color, it'll change in real time. You can even change the card color as well. So this would be the background color behind your design. What's up, Donnan? Good to see ya. You're thinking jackhammer? That's pretty good too. So you can kind of explore through this. There's even some safe zones, so you can turn these off before exporting it, but this will help you kind of decide where to place things. Can we do a K for Kathleen? Yeah, make me the king. Take a screenshot. Okay, you can use that. I don't know what this hand was up here doing. Whatever. Power pose. And then we also have these text and symbols up here. So I already chose diamonds, but the smart shapes over here in the left toolbar, if you long press, you can choose custom shape tool. And up here, you can load different options. So shapes or all. We'll do that. And within here, you should be able to find a spade, a diamond, a heart, a moon, whatever you want. Someone make some Sailor Moon cards. My hand was conquering. Yeah, it was. Agreed. Here we go. So we got spade, diamond, crescent moon, hexagon, who knows. You can change these out as you wish, and then also change the color as you wish as well. Alrighty, so let's actually jump into the actual compositing. First thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab one of my stock images that I've downloaded. You can use whatever images you like. You could even find some old family photos, maybe some Ancestry.com photos or something like that. Make a cool digital collage with them. Day 8, stock images. And I'm gonna grab our Jacqueline of all trades. Just drag it onto my file. It's pretty easy to get files open in Photoshop. I'm gonna hit return to place it. And then using our tools from yesterday, so the magic wand tool up here at the top, we're going to go to select and mask. And I'm just going to quickly select my character. This is a little bit tough because this image is so washed out that I might have to do some things by hand, and I will show you how I can go about doing that pretty easily and quickly. What's up, Dorina? I'm excited to see what you all make today. And if any of you take this opportunity to maybe make a full deck, that would be an amazing Behance project. All 52 cards, or even just the face cards, that'd be cool. Alrighty, so I'm just clicking and dragging. We don't need this back arm, so I am going to actually come back here to the lasso tool. And I'm going to, when I hold Option, you'll notice that it changes from a plus to a minus. I'm just tapping Option. And I'm going to deselect this, and then deselect this as well. Reselect, deselect, going back and forth. And then use my lasso tool again. to make some fine-tuned adjustments. Let's outline this nose really quickly. I'm doing this with my mouse, so you'll see how good it is. Okay, now we do need to get rid of this steering wheel because we want her hand to look like it's holding a wrench, not a steering wheel. I'm going to use the polygonal lasso tool for this because it'd be tough to freehand this kind of selection. I'm just clicking, dropping points, and I just realized that I am making a positive selection, which I do not want. So I want a negative one. Go up here to the top. There we go. What's up, Michelle? Good to see ya. I'm curious, chat, have you completed all 8 challenges so far? How you doing? You still have time. There's no real time limit. It'd be great if you had all the challenges done by the end of this weekend. But this is really for you. This is for you to have a cool project at the end and to learn some new Photoshop skills. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's make sure our output 2 is layer mask down here. Great. Valder says, yes, you've done all 8. Nice job, I believe it. And then you can see there's some kind of rough edges. So I'm gonna come back with my polygonal lasso tool. I'm gonna make some kind of rough selections. The nice thing about a digital collage is, one, people kind of expect it to look a little rough sometimes, like it's actually cut out. And 2, nobody knows what you're cutting out, so I could totally just reshape her hand and no one would know. Now I'm gonna fill this with black. Be coming over here to my paint bucket tool, fill it with black so it disappears. Or you can do Command Delete or Option Delete, and that will fill your selection with black as well. And black erases, remember. Jason says, I haven't done a 1. Come on, Jason. Is that true? Well, as long as you're participating every day in the live stream, that's okay with me. Okay, I'm just using the Move tool to reposition this, hit Return to commit my changes, and let's add our wrench. All right, here's another stock image. I downloaded these all as previews from Adobe Stock, which is free. And then once I built my design and I really liked it, I then went and licensed all the images. So it's a really good way to kind of play around before you commit to licensing anything. All right, let's select these. I'm gonna just click Select Subject and see if that chooses the wrenches for me. Did an okay job. Let's go back to Select and Mask. We're gonna take this top one, or actually, maybe this bottom one. That one's kind of cool. All right, remember I'm holding down Option to erase my quick selection. Has anyone discovered this Select and Mask workspace for the first time, this challenge? It's kind of life-changing. Let's get rid of this. Boom, and we haven't really played with these right sliders at all. I can show you those super quickly. If you want to, I do this one, a Shift Edge sometimes, so I have my selection. You can kind of constrict the selection inwards, so you'll see that now the edges are a little more pulled in, or I could push the edges out a bit. You see them growing kind of there, but I'm just gonna do 0. Don't need any of that. Maybe up the contrast a bit. And then we're gonna go in here with some fine tuning. Get it? Because it's a tool for a tune-up. Hitting Enter to select. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. You have a couple done and you're working on your postcard right now, says Edward. Nice. I was very impressed by all of your postcard designs. They're pretty cool to see where you're actually from, because a lot of you did kind of greetings from where you were from. Saw one for Toronto, I think I saw one for Seattle. All right, we have our wrench, and I'm gonna place this into position. Now notice that it is on top of our figure, which we do not want, and this is where the layers come in. Digital collage is all about layering things up and putting them in the correct order. So let's drag this below, and now it looks like she's holding it. We could take it the extra mile and like add a little bit of a shadow here. So maybe I grab the brush tool change the color to the color of the shadow. Make sure the edges are pretty soft. Size it down quite a bit. And I could add a little bit of a shadow here to make it look like she's actually holding it. Looks better. Okay. Now let's add one more element. We can add the plane. How about that? This plane's pretty easy to select and mask because it's already isolated on a white background. I placed it below the figure, so I'm going to drag it above in the layers. Yay, Toronto! You know, our next guest, Sean, he's from Toronto. No wonder he's so nice. All right, now let's see what happens if I just magic select the white background. It does a pretty good job, but it's not perfect, so I'm going to go up to Select and Mask. Let's clean this up. And actually, I'm going to inverse that selection, Shift-Command-I to do that. Select and mask, there we go. So now our plane is going to appear and the background is going to disappear. Use our quick selection tool. Get these wings, those are important for everyone's safety. We got the propeller, nice. Okay. I like that. Get this little one. And for example, I wouldn't even need to include this if I didn't want to. We could just erase this little thing because nobody's gonna know. It's a digital collage, it's our world. Deselecting this white. There we go. There we go. This part I had a little bit of trouble with when I was building it because it's so skinny. Looks pretty good. All right, output to layer mask. Sam says I use masks whenever I want to edit non-destructively. Great point. It's important for a digital painting. And now notice that there's a little bit of color in this image, so I'm just going to apply a quick black and white layer. I'm going to clip it to that, just so it's only affecting that. We could just keep it unclipped because everything else is black and white as well, but that's all right. All right, and so in my design, we had this plane behind the character. So I'm dragging it below her so it looks like it's behind. We'll drag it over here, Command T to make our transform options appear, holding down Option to constrain it from the center. Let's do a little bit of that, a little bit of that. Maybe really small. It's flying from far away. Jack of Diamonds, there you go. What's up, Techno? Good to see ya. Alrighty, and you'll notice in my design, she has this cool mohawk. I made that by using these plane wings. So we could just duplicate this plane layer 5 or 6 times and then transform, transform, transform. And looking at that other design, I realized what I did. I made it look like it was coming out from behind her. And I did that by putting it on top of her. And then you can mask out any of the parts that still overlap. So I'm making my hardness up to 100% so it's not a soft edge. And then in my mask, I'm going to erase it. Maybe. Oh, opacity is only 15%, that's why. There we go. A small difference. We'll clip that back. Okay, so say we're done. I don't think we have time to build the entire design that I showed you again, but say I am done. So I'm gonna group all of my design into one folder. I'm gonna click the very top layer of my design, come down here. I'm holding Shift and clicking so I select all of them. See how they're all highlighted? So again, go all the way to the top of my design, Shift, click, and that's going to select them all. And then I'm going to go down here and click this group or folder icon. It's going to create a new group from our layers. You can double click on that, rename design. And now, here comes the fun part. I'm just going to grab this design layer. I'm going to drag it down to the new layer icon, and that's going to make a duplicate of it. So it's making a new version of it. Now I'm gonna do Command T to make my transform tools appear. Hold Shift, grab a corner and rotate it 180 degrees. Drag it on down. And there we go. So we've duplicated, we've transformed. This turned into this. I even added some smart shapes behind here and added a little bit of a texture. I went in here and changed the font to something a little bit grungier. The typeface that I used is called Alta California. It's a Adobe Fonts font, but you can always play with these and change them up if you like to. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Okay, so let's get this exported and then we can get it uploaded onto Behance. What's up, Nuno? Hello, hello. Mark Jacobs, nice. That's a good stock search term. Have any of you used Adobe Stock? I love how you can find an image that you like and then you can find images that are similar to it. It's very helpful when you're looking for images like this, like that kind of antique feel. All right, let's go to export, export as. This is our favorite window where we get to change whatever we want to change. Height 800, width 585, perfect. It's like I made this file myself or something. Ooh, Mom coming in with the info. Female aviator Jerry Mock was the first woman to fly around the world. She lived in Bexley, Ohio. Hey, my hometown. Nice, Mom. Maybe this is for Jerry then. Jack of all Jerrys. Jerry of all trades. Alrighty, we're gonna go to day 8, play card. Playing card. There we go. Save it. Sam says, I was searching Adobe Stock the other day and was really impressed with how specific you can get. Totally. You can even drag images into the search bar, kind of how you can reverse image search on Google. You can do that and it will pick up images with similar color, content, composition, and then you can toggle those things. So say I like the color palette of an image, but I don't want that specific content. You can just say color and then drag the image in. Pretty cool. All right, let's get this uploaded into our project. We're gonna edit our Behance projects, remember? Scrolling on down through all of our beautiful projects. We've come so far. Wow, I think this playing card is one of my favorites. Yesterday was pretty cool too. All right, day 8. Playing card. Upload. Come over to day 8. Chat, what do you think day 9 is gonna be? If you've watched previous challenges of mine, you might have a guess what I usually cover on the last day. Okay. Look at this lady of industry. Very cool. Now make sure in your settings, as always, discoverability, that your keyword is PS Daily Challenge. That's like our hashtag. It's gonna help people search for your work and it's gonna help us discover your work. Save that. Save it. And now, when people search PS Daily Challenge on Behance and sort by most recent of all time, my project should appear. It's probably going to be really far down because it is the first project of this challenge, but now we have the chance to look at all of your beautiful projects. I was watching Holly work on this project yesterday on the Discord. So she was posting works in progress, people were giving her feedback. Very cool. I think this is Holly's actual cat, which I love. Kita, you might be right. You might be right. Nirav says, I think your MacBook runs slowly. There's a lot of big files on here right now. A lot of good DCC prep content. So this is your Space Cadet cat Toji hanging from Adobe Stock Crescent Moon. Very cool. And I love how, first of all, that the blue matches Toji's eyes. But I think that you've added a little bit of like color grading on the feet to make it really look like this blue is kind of bouncing off the white fur here too. But then the paws that are in front have less of that. It's very nice. Nicely done with an eye for detail. All right, so chat, we're gonna be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. for our last challenge. We're all gonna graduate from camp at the end. If you want to join Discord, please do. I'll go over the schedule super quick again. So after me, Sean's coming on with Paul to do more awesome photo compositing. So if you haven't gotten your fill, don't worry. They'll be up at 9:30 in just a couple minutes. After that, Andrea's going to be doing her day 8 for the Daily Creative Challenge for XD. And then after that, Stan's going to be coming up with Paul for more XD goodness, designing for any screen. So I'll be back tomorrow. Stick around for Sean and Paul, and I will see you then. Bye, everyone.